What's up, y'all? It's your boy Trinity Fishing Entertainment, man. Welcome back to another video. Today's video is gonna be a little different. It's not fishing video, it's not fishing related, but there's a couple things that I really want to address because a lot of things I've been seeing lately that's really pissing me off, and we really need to talk about it, man, because this issue is getting really serious. It's getting really out of hand. I know a lot of people are going through the same situation or can relate to it. So first of all, let's start off with what's going on with like this generation, man. This is really sad to see. A lot of Gen Zers, like people in their 20s, 25, even millennials, just like me. I'm 32. A lot of us are not having kids, y'all. Like, this is crazy. This is the first time in like history where, you know, it's like the first childless generation, so to say, which is incredibly sad, man. And right now I'm just doing a faceless video because I'm at work right now, and this issue is super urgent, so I figured I'd film this video for you guys so you guys can see. But I mean, think about it, man. Right now I'm 32, and especially for the females, like the females only have a certain amount of time before they can actually produce children, and as they get older, the greater the risk is for like deformities or things of that sort. Like, it's a high risk pregnancy right after 30, basically. Like, primarily you want to start your family young. You want to settle down with somebody that's like you really value and somebody that you really appreciate. And it's just crazy to see that a lot of people, and I'm not sexist, I'm not feminist or anything of that sort, like there's a long time I never really looked into things of that sort, but what I'm trying to say is that a lot of people are prioritizing the wrong things, man. Like, the purpose of life is to procreate, have a family, have some sort of security, have a life. A lot of people are just spending a lot of time just overworking, trying to build their money, their status, which is good, but at the same time, it's like, if you do all of this and you don't have no family, you don't have nobody that that can carry on your legacy, then what's the point? What's the point? Not only that, there's a lot of other stresses that are attributed to this, which is like the economy. I mean, it's very expensive to have children right now. It's literally like what, $2,000, $2,500 a month just for daycare. Just inflation is through the roof. I'm in South Florida right now, Fort Lauderdale, so I'm sure a lot of you guys that live in the area can relate. Even just worldwide, worldwide, we're definitely going through a crazy time where it feels like everybody's just against everybody, y'all. It's just absolutely insane. This is the most craziest thing I've ever seen. Everybody's against everybody. Women are against men. We're divided with that. Divided with like genders. I just said that, but we're divided with like race, divided economically, how much money we make, divided with status, even our own neighbors. Like, I literally don't talk to any of my neighbors. Actually, I do talk to one of my neighbors, man, and this story is actually going to hit home because he's 40 years old, right? He's a really nice guy, right? And he has great qualities. He's super intelligent. He paid off for his his living situation, his condo, whatever the case is, and he struggles to find a female. But it's just the society that we in right now is extremely toxic, y'all. It's extremely toxic. I mean, kids are now being born with like smartphones, so they're basically exposed to all of these elements at such a young age, right? So it basically, what happens is that like me personally, I didn't get my first smartphone until I was 20 years old, right? My childhood was growing up, spending time with my family, fishing, playing basketball, enjoying recreational things that people do. Nowadays everybody's like so computerized. AI is taking over as well. I mean, these apps are really addicting, and I'm a YouTuber myself, and think about it, like, I'm not addicted to it. I'm not a part of the addiction, y'all. Like, I have self-control. Some people don't have self-control, and they see things online and they always want to compare what they have to everybody else. And comparison is the thief of joy, y'all. It really is, man. It's like people nowadays just can't be happy with what they have. Most of these men that that I know, a lot of them are single, and a lot of the females I know, a lot of them are single. And it's so crazy to say, like, this is the first generation in history where this is actually happening. You know, the nuclear family is actually not happening for most of us out here, majority of us, man. Like 80% of us, 90% of us, it's not happening. I think there's a statistic that 45% of the males have no interest in, starting a nuclear family, mainly because not only can they not find a female mate that's compatible, that accepts them for who they are rather than what they can provide, but they just can't afford it. The economy just doesn't allow it. The average housing market is about $415,000. That's just the average, right? And no job, well, not to say no job, but most jobs out here for the average person are not making that type of income where they could sustain a mortgage of that sort, especially on their own. Think about it, It's just, the things just don't make sense. A lot of things right now are not making sense, man. I want to make this video because there's a lot on my mind, and I know there's a lot on your mind too as well. I mean, it's crazy to, a lot of people, like, the divorce rates are just through the roof. You know what I'm saying? This is like an all-time high for divorce. A lot of people are scared to get married, and there's a reason for it, man. There's a reason for it. That's another subject, but I just want to touch into, like, the boomers, right? The boomers are upset with their children and stuff because they're not finding mates. They're not getting married. They want grandkids, right? So now they're pushing, like, get married or get kids. And a lot of these, Gen Zers and the millennials, like, think about it. They want to. They really genuinely want to, yo. They really, really do. Trust me. Like, life is all about procreating, having a purpose, right? Having a legacy, having a seed that can, take over, like, your legacy in a way, right? Somebody that you can teach to, somebody you can bring up, somebody you can laugh with, share meals with, teach things to. And it's like, we're not even getting that. Like, there's a very small percentage of us actually getting that type of opportunity. If you have somebody in your life right now that appreciates you for you, values you, is attracted to you, like, really is there for you, rather than looking at it as what you can provide for them in that aspect. Like, if you have somebody that's genuinely down for you and loves you, you hold on to that person, man. That person is gonna, like, your ride or die. Like, I promise you, man. It's like, a lot of things change, right? Time changes, people change too, right? And titles change, right? Once you start putting a bunch of titles on things, people start feeling entitled, man. And once people start feeling entitled, now it's like, whatever you do is just like, it's just not good enough. You know what I'm saying? It's like, look, I'm at work right now. Look, with this whole construction site, a lot of guys are busting their ass like crazy to make this type of money, right? And a lot of people, if you're smart, you're conservative, you spend your money wisely, and it's basically like survival at this point, y'all. It's like everybody's just against everybody. Like, think about it, man. Back in the day, we used to talk to our neighbors. We used to have barbecues. We used to have family outings. Nowadays, I barely even see my family, man. Barely even see my family. And it's just really sad to see that, not only me, but everybody else is in that same situation, for most of us, That's why you got to be really smart. You got to associate yourself with people that, that have, brain power, willpower, ambition, motivation. This is why I push the gym so hard, man. Like, if you're not active in the gym, man, and you're active at the bar and you're just drinking or you're just smoking, it's just like, it's so toxic, man. It's like, when does it end? Like, you don't want to associate yourself with people like that. I'd rather be alone and then just walk this life and walk this journey alone than to associate myself with somebody like that, because we just don't share the same values. If I start being lazy and I start drinking and I start smoking and I don't take care of my body and my health, it's just, I'm going to be weaker. I'm going to be less masculine. I'm basically just going to give up on my body and my dreams, my ambition, my motivation is going to be killed. I mean, guys, come on, man. Like, what the hell is really going on out here, man? This is sad. A lot of people, the rent for a single bed is like $1,600. A lot of people are paying a lot more than that. I mean, people are living way beyond their means, man. I'm telling you, this is not the time for it, man. Like, our tax money is not even going towards us, bro. Like, it's like, it's almost like we've been lied to our whole lives, man. Like everything that we worked for has literally just went to shit, y'all. A lot of people are depressed. Depression is so high right now. It's like, I know a lot of good guys that like are just giving up on women. They don't even want to approach women. They don't even want to talk to women. They don't want nothing to do with them. And I don't think it's the woman's fault, but I'm just saying it's nobody's fault really. It's really that we just need to come together and just figure some shit out, man. Because like, if we don't work together, man, we're really working against each other, man. And we're so divided right now, it's not even funny. I know I touched on a bunch of different topics all at once, but if you guys can relate to this video, man, hit the like button, hit the comment button, hit the subscribe, drop down your thoughts, man. It's just sad that the boomer generation wants grandchildren, but they're just not gonna get it, y'all. Like, this is the generation that nobody's really gonna be having kids like that, man. The numbers show it, the statistics show it. And a fun fact is, like, the dollar is not worth what the dollar is worth back in the day. Obviously it depreciates over time, but the rate that it's depreciating right now is just insane, yo. It's just insane. Most of those boomers, most of y'all bought y'all houses back in like 1960s or 70s or whatever for like $50K, and now those same houses are worth like anywhere from $500 to $1 million, yo. And you guys are probably really happy right now, but guess what? Nobody who's buying that. Like, if you're not an investor or a big market company, like these yo, these millennials and these Gen Zers are not buying that. We can't even afford that. They can even barely afford rent or barely afford groceries. Like, what the fuck really going on, bro? Shit really making me upset right now, yo. Not even having kids. Imagine living your whole life. You can't even have kids because you can't even afford it. Like, what the fuck? You know, the divorce rates are through the roof. You know, it's like, bro, men out here, man, these men out here, trust me, these men out here are working hard, man. This welding and metal fabrication type shit, man, they're working hard, man. Putting in a lot of man hours, a lot of labor hours, man. You know what I'm saying? We don't ask for much, man. Men are simple, man. But that's what I'm saying. My point is, if you got somebody that, you know, that's close to you, that really, you know, appreciates you for you, man, and really rides and adds value, the main point is the person has to add value to your life. If the person doesn't add value to your life and you don't add value to her life, then it's a wrap, bro. So I'm gonna end it as that, man. You guys comment down below, man. We're out here just working, man.